We're back with another very special edition of the Spitballin Podcast. You already know my name. My name's Chris, coming to you live from Rialto, California. And this weekend, we got big fights coming, so we had to bring in the most expert man there is in this fucking planet. Knows every single martial art, knows everything about LGBTQ rights. And it was a big month for you last month. Yeah, he's here. He's alive and well. Jason fucking Caudillo.
That's me. How you doing? What's up, man? Yeah, we got a lot of great fights coming. I'm excited. It's this weekend. I know you probably ain't gonna be around, but the fights are happening with or without you. We don't need you.
Shit.
And we for damn sure don't want a casual to tow themselves to the train of MMA because we don't need you. We fucking got it covered. Let's go.
This card is not a casual MMA fan card.
No, but
right?
It's beautiful.
It's enough to bring in the casual, right? I think it's enough to be like, hey, that guy, he likes to dabble in MMA, UFC. I'm just gonna start calling it UFC because, like, I don't watch other MMA.
That's totally fair. That's totally
right?
fair. Yeah, so, I majority watch UFC anyways too.
Yeah, because you call it MMA and you're a little bit of disrespecting the other.
Let's do this. Let's talk about the UFC. But let's not call it, let's not, how people go, oh, that guy does UFC.
Oh, okay.
Let's not be that,
yeah.
what I mean? I
see what you mean.
Not,
you're right.
Let's not be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Let's have a little bit of a brain, a little bit of respect for the sport, the organization that we are going to talk about today.
I definitely hate when I hear that, too.
I remember I took, like, a class in high school, something, I forget whatever martial art, it was like a free thing. Mm-hmm. And I go and then
because you were poor.
I was poor by choice. By choice.
Yeah, no, obviously.
I wanted to feel how it is like to grow up like how you did. Just wanted to see. But nah, man, I took a free class and my friends had found out about it.
Because you're always setting the bar high and
always setting the bar so high, dude.
Yeah.
So high, like
everyone looks at Jason and says, "What is Jason doing?" Because I got to do that. Because if I'm not doing what Jason's doing, I'm fucking failing at life, and I'm a fucking piece of shit.
What would be so cool is if I could finish this small story that I want to tell. It's not much, I promise. It's probably not even going to be worth it at the end of this, and then you could just tear me down, rip me apart right after.
All right, go ahead.
But no, so I go visit my friends. You good?
Yeah, I'm good, dude.
I go visit my friends, and they're introducing me to some of their other friends now at this point that are already there. I think we're playing, like, football on the street.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know about that. You wouldn't play tackle football on the street because you ain't got the fucking sack to do it. You ain't got the sack. You say, I need pads. And then when you got pads, hey, we need the grass. Anyways, so they're introducing me and they go, yeah, this is Jason. He knows UFC.
Uh-huh.
I'm just like, please stop. You're just already, I'm already.
This was in high school.
Feeling shade. Yeah, but still, come on, man.
Yeah.
He does UFC or he knows UFC, I think is what they said. But anyways, let's not do that. Carry on with whatever stupid thing.
Let's before we go into the fights. Let's explain the background between why you felt the need to, show us this outfit that you have on. Like, what was the mindset behind bringing that onto this? I mean, millions of viewers right now.
Well, I'll put it this way: I'm sure you like quotes, one-liners type of thing. Easy to remember with someone of your intelligence. So. No, really what it is you got to dress how you want to be addressed. I look like a goddamn mixed martial arts expert right now. At minimum, Taekwondo black belt. I'm a master. I'm a Sabonim. Shout out Legendary Heroes Taekwondo on Fontana. Go get you some. But yeah, just dress the way you want to be addressed, man. When I walked in, I saw your face.
Yeah.
You put your head down a little bit.
I did.
You brought down on one knee. You know, if not the one knee, you should have at least, you know, came just with a slight bow, but you got all the way down on one knee.
I did chitty up.
You chum soggy. Chitty
Kunye.
up. Damn. Okay. That's not bad,
Well,
man.
I mean, I got an uncle who that's all he would say.
No,
so.
you don't. No, you don't. So anyways, yeah, dress how you want to be addressed, people. If you want anyone to respect you whatever field you're in, you better dress the part and then back it up, because he can't back shit up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That how do they say it? That bulldog mouth overloading that puppy dog ass. That happens all the time. So, you know, you just got to walk the walk and talk the talk.
All right, you're done?
Yeah, man. I just had some candy, you know.
Here we go. So, we're back with another episode. Jason's here making the episode shine bright like a diamond. And we're going to get into UFC 290, which is headlined by Alexander Volkanovski and Yair Rodriguez for all my Mexican people out there. And who's the co-main event?
You got Brandon Moreno, the assassin baby.
That's right.
Versus Alessandro Pandoja,
which is Brasileño.
Brasilero.
And I don't know what kind of accent I just
He's a
did.
Brasileñero. You know what I'm talking about.
I disrespected the Brazilians. I don't know what kind of accent this is.
It's like we just watched Super Mario. Nah, man. But yeah, against that Brazilian, this is their third fight.
Oh, that's right.
He beat him twice.
Yeah.
So the current champ, Brandon Moreno, he lost twice. He's the champ. I know I might be a little confusing there, but his opponent, the challenger today, has already beat him twice on the rise, you know, early in their careers. So it's interesting. Some might say
it is a little interesting, right?
Some might say exactly that. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me.
Come on, bro. Come on,
that
dude.
threw me off. I was about to spit some fire too. Some might say that that he has his kryptonite.
Okay.
You know,
in front of him.
Yeah. So
all right. So we got Brandon Moreno. We got Robert Whittaker versus Duplessis. Another one of those guys.
This fight does not even happen in Italy.
And then we got the IE's own Jalen Turner and Dan Hooker, which I think is going to be the fight of the fucking night.
I think it's going to be the assassination of the night, dude. Dan Hooker gets hit way too much, and Jalen hits way too much.
No, it's going to be a banger. And then we got Bo Nickel versus Val Woodburn.
Yeah, that's what you would call a gimme, right?
Yeah.
For Bo Nickel. Bo Nickel's like the shiny new toy.
Definitely. So let's start there since you're already starting. I was just going through the fucking list, but you're ready to fucking talk today. So go ahead, Bo Nickel versus Van Woodburn, which I would be lying to the audience if I said I knew who that was. I don't know who that is. Bo Nickel, go ahead.
Well, all I know is that dude is undefeated.
7-0. Just saw it.
Yep, he's undefeated. And but Bo Nickel is fucking top level already with, I think, only like four
wins?
fights. Yeah, 4 wins, 4 fights. So it's like we're just tuning in for that fight to watch Bo Nickel be a rising star, you know?
Yeah.
He's just going to fucking drop a bomb.
Do you think
the
UFC's right pushing him so much because he's white?
You want to talk race?
No. I'm saying like.
I don't think it's because he's white. I think it's
obviously he's great, but they're pushing him hard.
Yeah, you know, you could make the argument. Sure, I don't agree with it. I think it's a weak argument. The majority of their current champions, are non-Caucasian.
Yeah, but they're pushing him really hard. Why?
Sure. Well, because he's high. He's
high level, but
high decorated.
He hasn't fought anyone.
Highly decorated. No, he hasn't.
Yeah,
he hasn't. but he's just got so much hype behind him. You know, all these other people already co-sign him. It's like when I co-sign you in my group of friends, they're already taking my word. Everybody's like, "Oh, damn, this dude's gonna be cool." It's the same thing. So
he's coming from American Top
Team, which is probably the
best out there,
the deepest talent pool of when it comes to gym. So who knows? But that's how the guy. I don't know. I don't think it's got nothing to do.
Strange.
I don't think it's got nothing to do with him being white. Some people have been saying that he is like charismatic and all and knows what to say. I don't
get it.
I don't think he's this great spokesman.
Nah.
I think I'm a way better spokesman than him.
I was watching him on Embedded.
Better fighter than him.
And I'm just like, here's a guy.
Yeah, he's
unlike Brandon Moreno, where he's like sitting there eating cereal with his daughter and making these funny jokes, and they both look the same age.
Bro, do you remember when we saw him win the belt?
Yeah, that was amazing.
And then
we'll get there though.
Okay.
So Bo Nickel, obviously, I don't know what the odds are, but I'm assuming is astronomical.
It's probably like 1,000.
Yeah, and let's see. I mean, everyone's expecting another first round fight. After this, I don't want to see no more gimmies because he's on. Guys work 10 fights before they get to the main card, you know?
That's true.
So after this, I want to see him go versus someone elite. He's middleweight, right?
Yeah, middleweight. Who would be cool at middleweight?
For him?
I can't think of anyone.
You know who would be cool for him? The Italian Stallion.
That's still a top 5 guy, though.
Well, they're pushing him, man.
Is that his name, Italian Stallion?
No. Fuck's his name?
I think it's like the Italian Dream.
Yeah. What's his name?
Marvin Vettori.
Marvin Vettori.
Old backwards shorts.
Bro, that shit is funny.
Pissing me off.
Whoever took that picture needs to be fired.
Anytime I'm having a bad day, I honestly love to look at that picture. Just because I'm like, yeah, I might have had a fuck up. Sure, I just totaled my car.
Yeah.
Sure, you insert whatever example. But then you just watch this man take a whole ass photo shoot with his shorts on backwards.
Didn't even notice it.
He's making like poses, fists in the air. He's
looking
shadow boxing. Meanwhile, he's got his diaper on wrong.
Fill in some time. I'm gonna look up for middleweights in the UFC.
Yeah, that sounds good. Be useful, please.
UFC.
But no, I just can't stand Marvin Vettori. And you know what pisses me off about him too, which is his best attribute? He could take a punch, man.
Oh, I know.
God, he's good at getting his ass
dome on him.
He's got a dome, and he tries to like be like aggressive or vicious.
Brunson?
That's still a top 10, man. Why are you throwing him to the top 10 already? Give him someone in the top 10 to 15. Or,
it's because they're pushing them, man. These guys work hard to get to the main card.
You know what I'll say? It's a similar rise like Chimaev.
Oh,
Chimaev didn't fight killers
at
first.
Right. It is similar.
This is only his second fight in the UFC.
Yeah, no, it's similar. It is.
But I like your point. It's not like you're wrong.
Nah, it's just
so it's what you said exactly, though, right? This has got to be the last one like this.
Yeah.
But imagine he doesn't get past this, though.
Yeah.
That would do the UFC's boner would just
Dana would just be like
horrible, dude.
Yeah, because it is you gotta. Who's an American that's, white guy, like a Bo Nickel who's a champion? That would be great. An American guy like him, that's a great look.
Yeah, we don't really have a lot of American champions.
In prize fighting, race has a lot to do with it, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, I would say more than race. Because we live in America, which is a melting pot, I'm gonna say it's more to do with nationality.
Yeah, that too.
If I'm being picky, but I know your point. But yeah, it's just a great way to market.
Yeah.
Number one, U.S. is the largest market,
and he looks like every other white dude.
Yeah.
He has a look that a lot of people relate to.
Yeah. I'd be like, I seen that guy at Big Five.
He was he was on Embedded Fishing. How many white guys talk about fishing, you know?
Yeah.
So he'll be a great, and so far he has nothing bad about him. Seems like a great guy.
There's a country song that goes, hunting, fishing, and loving every day.
Hell yeah, dude. We needed that.
Yeah, man.
We needed that. So Bo Nickel should win first round. Shouldn't go 3 rounds. If it goes 3 rounds, not gonna be a good look.
Nah, he needs to dust them.
Yeah, he needs to dust them.
But like I'm saying, just to put a ball on Bo at least, he's gotta walk through them, and there's gotta be the last gimme, like you said.
Gotta be the last
Gotta
gimme.
be.
So from Bo Nickel, we'll go to our guy from the IE, Mr. Jalen Turner, Dan Hooker. And we'll start a little bit with Jalen Turner's last fight. I know that Gamrot also took it on late notice, but people forget, like, so does the other fighter, you know? And in my opinion, I rewatched it, and I think Jalen won. Was it this, he got robbed type of? No. But in my opinion, I think he won. I think he threw more. I think in moments he created more damage. Gamrot sure had him in wrestling, but he wasn't really doing much.
Yeah, no attacking, right?
Yeah,
Not really.
He took him down and everything. Sure, I agree. You should get points for him, especially if you're holding him down for a while. But at some point, the points should stop racking up if all you're doing is holding them.
Yeah, it's a stalemate, right? Like,
yeah, like point for taking him down, point for holding him down. All right. Did you make him bleed? There should be a progression,
Yep, we should be attacking. Is anything building towards damage?
Exactly. And I don't think he was doing that at all. And but it was close, and it is what it is. And Dan Hooker, we both loved Dan Hooker, Mr. I got broomsticks thicker than that boy. But
Great line.
Yeah, that was fucking funny. He said
Great
that
line.
to Charles Oliveira at a presser one time
Charles
when Charles
would
didn't.
dust him.
Yeah, now
Dust
easily. But damn, imagine back then it was gonna be Dan Hooker and Charles, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah,
At that time.
at that time.
I got Jalen sniping him first round.
First round? Damn.
Jalen is so accurate, and he throws so straight, and I've just always been a fan of those style shots. With all my years of training, I noticed that is like more difficult. It's higher level, so I just gravitate towards that. But no, man, he's just so sharp, man.
Yeah.
So fucking sharp. Dan's, I would say, I think they both got crazy long arms. I was gonna say that the reach is probably pretty similar.
This is the one fight for Jalen that the height might not be the advantage, right? It's gonna be pretty much even.
Yeah, I think
even?
Dan's 6 foot.
6 foot? Really?
Mm-hmm. And then Jalen's 6'3". God
yeah.
almighty.
I thought Jalen was 6'4".
I mean, he might be. I don't know, bro. I mean,
But damn, Dan Hooker's 6 feet. He looks a
he's
lot
6
bigger.
foot. Dude, why? Yeah, dude,
'Cause he's
his
been fighting.
arms are crazy
Yeah.
long and still thick, man. Like,
They go below his knees.
hell yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So I'm with you. I like Jalen more. I like Dan Hooker a lot, but I'm with you where he gets hurt a lot. And lately in these fights, these last 2 fights, he'll like, as soon as he gets hurt, you could see it in him, And I've seen him get hurt, seem like more, and he wouldn't tuck tail as much.
Poker face is gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
So, but I think we're also being biased. I think we both want Jalen because we feel like that last fight was kind of like, But this one's gonna get him right back up there, and it's a big fight for Dan Hooker because Dan Hooker is either gonna be the gatekeeper or he's gonna keep going to the ranks, and Jalen is either gonna move up or he's just gonna stay stagnant where the next one's really gonna be the, all right, dude, what are you doing here? Where kind of I feel like where Dan is right now, if Jalen loses, that's where he would be. You know,
Right.
in that position, like kind of like you better win. You
Mhm.
know.
Yeah, Jalen is like the future of that division. It seems like every division the fighters keep getting bigger. You know what I mean? It's wild, dude. Frankie Edgar was the champ of that division in the past, and he's like 5'5"
Crazy. That's crazy.
or
No,
5'6",
you're right.
maybe. I don't know. Now you're talking about a rising star in Jalen, who's 6'3", possibly 6'4".
Scary.
Man, dude. That's like
How you actually have met him, right?
Jalen.
You were
Yeah,
friends with him.
it's funny. It's funny actually how I met him. I actually worked with him back in the day.
Mhm.
We were never super tight, but the respect was always there. He was always cool to me, likable guy. But yeah, we worked together at Marshall's. Gang. Marshall's in Redlands, and when he actually started fighting, when he was still in the amateur scene, I think I went with you,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
we
went
caught a fight together of his.
in Victorville.
Yeah, man. What
During
was it
the summer.
called? It was called like
I don't fucking know, but he was still beginning because they had shin guards,
Yeah, but
Um,
he's freaking
but he was a champ.
ended that damn dude.
Yeah.
Man. It was the California Fight League or something like that.
It
but
was in
it was
a
a
baseball
Lithuanian dude.
game or something like that. It
Yeah.
was like at a not baseball game, baseball
Diamond.
stadium,
Yeah.
diamond, whatever.
But yeah, we went, and I think I caught a couple of his fights. I'm not sure, at least 2, I want to say. And but yeah, that's how I had my introduction to him.
Mm.
And then we never trained there at the same time, but I remember when I found out that he was training at Adrenaline, I was like, holy shit. And then I come to find out he was a fighter. I felt cool for a hot second, saying like, I trained at a gym that a UFC fighter was at, which is kind of the goal. If you're a gym, you want to have
Yeah,
pro dudes so that, you could put that on your resume. Like, look, we got UFC
Yeah.
fighters coming out of here.
that's how good we are.
Yeah, so it was cool. It did its thing. It worked on me. I was like, damn.
It worked on me.
I know
It
that
got
guy.
you, you damn casual.
Yeah.
And speaking about Jalen, that video I posted, what do you think? They say that guy makes phony.
Look, man, Jalen, I know you're watching, my friend.
Yeah, I mean,
I hate those. I know why you're doing it. You got to. You should. And I love what you do, actually. And the other guy that, making his content for that prank,
that's what he does.
that's cool too, but it just doesn't speak to me in my heart of hearts. So me seeing that,
you didn't.
I'm
think
just not
nothing
the
else?
audience.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just not the audience. I don't want to say,
But what do you think about it being skit? Being a skit, being
it's
sketch?
completely staged.
Yeah, it is, huh?
It's completely staged, and that's okay. You know why? Because they don't need little me to watch it to still be
I
successful.
mean, a lot of people are watching it.
Yeah, but,
That
see,
guy
but
has
a lot of people.
500,000 followers.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people still got an appetite for that.
Yeah.
I don't watch WWE. I don't watch those pranks. I'm just not into it.
I was talking to my cousin Johnny, and he said something that I thought was pretty like a good observation. He's part of that guy is part of that crew that back then that was the quickest, easiest way to get famous. Do those type of pranks. Like Norman Atwood, or what was his name? But his last name was
white,
Atwood.
that white dude.
Yeah, white dude.
Like Mohawk.
Foozy Tube, so remember that whole generation of YouTubers who was
Always
doing
made
shit
me
like
cringe.
That? Yeah.
Couldn't. It's just, again, I'm not the audience.
So, but yeah, a lot of people were hating on it. I thought it was good acting on the prankster's part, like.
Yeah, it was a job well done
Yeah.
for what it is, but I'm just like the whole time.
Because it took me a minute. Like I said, I don't follow that stuff. It took me a minute to like research and be like, oh, it is a skit.
Yeah, and then at the end of the day too, this is me really acting like me and Jalen are tight. Just judging him from what I know, he would never do that. Dude.
Yeah,
he would never do that.
Yeah, the guy that I got my tap from, he knows him too. He knows Jalen.
Okay.
He told me the same thing. He said, I told him, oh, you seen that? Because when I posted it, he said, oh, that's my buddy. I said, okay. So when he was tanning me up, I told him, oh, that's your buddy. He's like, yeah, bro. He would never do that.
Yeah.
He's like, he's a guy who's like you don't even know he's in the room sometimes. That's what he told me.
Yep.
So I was like, okay, I've heard from you that he's also pretty quiet, and I've watched him on podcasts and interviews. He's really, is it introvert?
Yeah, I and even to add to that, I would just say he's just calm, even when he is like interacting. At least that's what I got out of him with me.
But you're not the only person to say that, so I believe it, and I believe it was, staged. Shout out to that guy who's making those videos, because you had me for 2 minutes. I thought it was real. Shout out to Jalen. You couldn't really see his face, but it looked real.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to Jalen. We got Jalen winning. It's a 3-round fight, and
done in one.
And hopefully Jalen from here goes to the top 5 guys, and top 5 at 155 is a scary fucking road.
But I like Jalen's odds in that top 5 because he's just an odd build for that whole division. He's just a problem in that way because he's gonna be so unfamiliar, and like I said, his striking is beautiful.
And if he's right now that you're saying that, if you think about it, his style at top 5 isn't there. It isn't really replicated, right? Am I saying that right? Replicated?
I think. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So what I'm saying is like Justin, similar guys. Connor, similar guys where they're they're boxing heavy, and Jalen, he's a little awkward guy, as far as fighting style. So it is gonna be interesting to see him go.
I got Jalen, just to throw it out there, giving Chandler the business, bro.
Michael Chandler? Damn.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he's super. I mean, hey, but look, check this out. Chandler put away Hooker. So the size,
You have a point there. I just
put him away pretty good.
I just see Jalen getting shots through on Chandler whenever he wants.
It's gonna be interesting to see Jalen Turner after this weekend to see where he goes from here, whether he goes to the next level, and then seeing Dan Hooker, which he's a fan favorite, and seeing what happens with him. But we got Jalen, and we're gonna move on to the next one, which is Robert Whittaker versus Duplessis. And I was looking at the rankings, and man, they're just trying to feed anyone to Whittaker other than Adesanya, which is.
I get that.
There's guys there. There's guys at middleweight, but they're not guys. It's like Izzy, a gap, Robert Whittaker, a gap, and everyone else. And these guys are just cleaning the division at this point. And I got, obviously, Whittaker. He's a great guy. Met him a couple times. We're actually buddies. And, man, he's just really good. He's really good. He's really good at what he does. You take
your kids to the same park.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, bro.
He's just really good. There's not much to say there. Yeah, you saw that thing I sent you?
Yeah.
Just because my dad took me to go. I was like, man, fuck you. I commented on that shit. I was like, can you do something wrong?
He's so... You know what he is? You're going to like this. He's Hector.
He's Hector. Yeah.
Hector.
I'm just doing the
okay. He's Hector from the movie Troy. Yeah. The perfect son, husband, countryman.
Father. Countryman. Father. Oh, my God. I forgot about that.
He's just... I'm going to try to keep this a little clean. He's just everything that I would want to be. My God.
Exactly. We should all strive to be like that guy. Who knows? Who knows what type of religion he follows? I'm sure he follows it to a T.
And then he'd follow his to a T and still respect yours, like, to the max. It's just so eloquent of every move he makes. Even his fighting is beautiful up until the point he does that weird leg thing that drives me nuts. He like smacks his calf with his other foot. What do you?
He does a weird bounce where you think, is he all right?
Is he rocked?
Yeah.
Is he rocked?
And he's just
horrible.
Yeah. So I imagine you got Whitaker. I don't think it'll be a KO of any sort. He doesn't put too many guys away.
Lately.
Yeah, but yeah, lately when he was coming, woo. And I think he's just gonna handle him like he has done every other person other than Adesanya. And I think they have to throw him Adesanya again just cause. I don't think it'll be the greatest fight. I don't think it could be a headlining fight. Well, you think that could headline? You know where it could headline? In Australia?
Yeah, they'd have to. Who the fuck am I? They'd have to really stack it though with like Australians, New Zealanders, that part of the world type people.
Yeah.
Because like you said, we've already seen it, and
it ain't even the greatest. I mean, other than the first one, just because Izzy rocked them.
Wow.
But other than that, it's not like the greatest fight, you know? It ain't like we could watch Figgy and Moreno all the time.
What was it, 4 times? I think they
fought
4.
I think they fought 4.
That's insane.
Bro, but all of them were fire.
They were good.
Huh.
I didn't, I forget where I was. I didn't even watch that last one, but I just know that Davidson's eye was like closed up or something.
Oh, yeah, it was just acting funny, but because Moreno's knuckle straight in, like, perfect shot. So
that's how I do you. Both eyes. I don't need more than 30 seconds to get that job done.
No, I believe it.
Yeah, man.
With a man of your Come on,
tell me.
You know what I'm saying, man.
Of course. You and Ricky's getting dusted, you're getting mopped. I'm just cleaning the house. You know what I mean? Whatever I want to do is what I'm doing. So deal with it.
That's right. So we got Whitaker winning. Easy.
Yeah. And that dude, Drickus,
he had a last good fight, but...
You hear what he said? It makes no sense. He's saying that he's the real African compared to Izzy saying that he's
the only
African.
real African in the world is Mike Platinum Perry. That's the
white chocolate, man.
White chocolate, man.
Oh, you're right, man. That's the real. That's Nelson Mandela's grandson.
That's MLK's grandson. Man.
Yep.
Shout out to Mike Perry, man. I love that guy.
He's amazing. Dude.
He's great. He's right there. I mean, Strickland is earning his stripes.
Yeah.
Mike Perry's been there, done that. But let's get into Strickland a little bit. Have you watched the Joe Rogan one with him?
No, not yet.
Me neither.
I'm saving it.
Yeah, me neither. I like that. I really think that one's gonna be good. I love Strickland. Shout out to my buddy Henry. He put protect Sean Strickland at all costs. It's true.
He's a nice flavor, man.
You need a guy like that. He said it. I'm white trash. I'm a regular white dude out there. Like I saw this clip on YouTube. He was saying why people like him, and I agree. He's standing up for America.
I like what he said. There's one thing which I've always kind of had trouble like putting into words myself. He said that because the guy that he just fought this past weekend is a Russian-born German.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So he's Russian, but he grew up in Germany, right? And he was claiming, up until the fight, he was claiming Russia, I believe. I'm not exactly sure, and I might have it a little bit backwards. But all I know is that at one point, Strickland made a point that whatever country is your home, that's the one that you should rep because it's your home.
Yeah.
He's not saying your lineage or wherever you might have been born somewhere else yourself. He's not saying that doesn't matter. But I can't go to Germany and all my life be expected to just rep USA. I should pay love and respect and homage to the place that I call home. you know, and USA, you know, that side of me would never leave. But I believe in being patriotic for whatever country that you call home.
Yeah.
And he
Well
made
said.
that point, and I couldn't disagree, or I couldn't agree more. Excuse me, I couldn't agree more. It's a great point. I love it. Having pride in the place that you call home.
I agree. Well said. I was seeing, or someone told me that he's having trouble getting sponsors. Is that true?
I know he's saying it.
Oh, he's saying it.
He's
Okay.
saying it, and other people are like, well, I mean, you say some crazy stuff.
But it's not crazy.
He's just saying things that are like would be considered in poor taste, things that I would probably say. He says stuff like, you know, just the fact that he's calling himself white trash. People don't want to even tie their brand to someone that's saying they're white trash because it's derogatory. It's negative.
Yeah.
But I'm like, but I get it. We all know what stereotype that he's talking about,
Yeah.
and we all know that in a lot of ways he fits the description.
Yeah.
What do you want him to do?
Seems like a great guy.
Is he just supposed to try and be that polished, long hair, suited up white dude?
Yeah.
You know, look all
Fucking
Hollywood.
Captain America.
Yeah, it's like not everybody can be
everyone's
Captain America. Not everybody can have a man bun.
Yeah.
This high level. You know
Here
what I
we
mean?
go.
Nah, but really, so I appreciate that about him.
Is
He made a great
Strickland the
point.
one that made that video that went viral where he's driving and he's recording the guy and telling him, do you have any guns, knives, or anything like that? Because they're arguing. They're having road rage. And he's telling him, pull over. And he's asking the guy, do you have any guns or knives? It's not him? Or he couldn't remember.
Doesn't ring a bell.
No?
How does that end?
Well, I guess the guy ended up saying, like, he didn't end up pulling over, but it went a little viral just because he was that much of a G to be like, do you have any of these things? Because we could squabble right now, you know? And the guy didn't answer. But, like, that's some G shit. Even Strickland you seen where he brings a fan and he whoops his ass?
You can't help but appreciate that,
Yeah,
man.
it's like, that's real shit.
Looking back, maybe it's like a little side conversation, but stop me whenever you want. Looking back, dude, I've been that punk, that cocky dude that, you know.
Oh, really?
Thinking that I could handle the Sean Stricklands,
Really?
Jalen's of the world.
Wait. Slow down. Jason thought that?
I know. I'm so humble and, like, laid back.
Whoa.
I know it.
I can't believe it, man.
So I see those guys. I'm like, you know what? Sometimes those guys need their ass whooped.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's the best thing that could have ever happened to you. I've got my licks in. You know, it's all good. People made an example of me in the past, and
Yeah.
best thing I have done when I've been made an example is I also learned and benefited from that example, you know, instead of just like being ignorant and just saying it's everybody else, not me. So those guys that go, you know what? You think you're tough shit? I'm going to give you the chance to prove it.
Yeah.
And that's what's great about the gym, right? I never used to always go to the gym, but you can't lie. That's what's great about sports, right?
Yeah.
Let's just go sports. In sports, you can't lie. You can either do the thing you're saying or you can't. And that brings me all the way to what we're talking about, fighting, man.
That's true.
Fighting is my favorite sport because it's the ultimate arena to tell the truth. You can either do what you said or you can't.
Well said.
It's amazing.
I love that.
I love it, man.
I love that you said that. That's very fucking true.
Yeah, tell the truth and have friends that will tell you the truth.
Yeah. My grandma
Sheesh.
used to always say, you know, she meant it that there was other ways of showing to be tough other than fighting, but she would say, for one tough guy, there's always another tough guy. So anything you do, and you think you're hot shit, there's a guy who's better than you and is gonna humble you, and that's why you gotta remain level-headed. And if you're good at something, always be willing to learn and always be willing to get checked.
Yeah.
Because if you're not willing to be checked, then you're gonna have a problem with yourself and maybe problem with someone who doesn't like you checking them back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you got to be willing to be checked, willing to end the day in the mirror and check yourself. and be ready.
That's the ultimate,
for the next
right?
day.
If you could be your own like guardrails in life.
Yeah.
But until then, you better get real comfortable with people saying, "Hey, why are you doing this? Don't do that."
Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry.
Sometimes
you're wrong.
Sometimes you're not always right when you say, "Don't do that. Don't do this." You know, but the fact that maybe that person, was checking you out of love in that moment, spoke their truth. Maybe that's more respectable than someone is just trying to give you some lip service. But we love Sean Strickland. Shout out to my guy Henry. He was right. He said protect Sean Strickland at all costs, and protect white chocolate Mike Platinum Perry at all costs.
The Platinum Poppy. He's a daddy now too, so that's beautiful.
Yeah, and he just bought a house. Shout out to that guy. Remember when he walked out with just his girl and him, and then
during COVID,
it was Beyonce where it was Halo, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
Oh my God, I love that happened.
And then he just kept singing, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, it would happen." I've never seen that happen again. It would happen to Mike, but shout out to Mike, shout out to BKFC, and we're moving on. We're gonna go. So we got Whitaker, big surprise, and then we'll go to Brandon Moreno versus Pantoja. This one, I want to go with Brandon, and I am going to go with Brandon, but I'm interested. It's a interesting fight because he has gotten beat by Pantoja before.
Twice.
So it is interesting to be like, does he have the kryptonite? Is he just Usman Edwards type? Does he just got his number? So I'm going to go with Brandon Moreno. How he does it, I don't know. I mean, was weird. Brandon had a little, trouble with Kyra France. And, he just kind of took over, but it was kind of weird to see him struggle a little bit.
I think those first two rounds, I might have it a little bit wrong, but I believe it was the first two. I was like, well, you're kind of getting touched, right? And then, but he put him away, right?
Yeah, he put him away with a kick to the liver. And
damn, I don't ever want to know what that's
he just
like.
wobbled him and he folded like a lawn chair.
Damn it.
And so it is interesting to see that. That's gonna be one of those sleeper fights for me where I'm like, I think this one. I mean, I don't know if it's sleeper. Shout out to the Mexican community, man. One of their guys gets up, woo! They come and watch,
True.
and they support.
It's true.
So, is it a sleeper? Maybe for me, just because I'm like, I don't think people are really understanding the history of it. But I think Moreno's going to pull it out just because of he's been through some wars, been there, done that. Yeah. He's growing in the sport.
It's just such a good dude.
You can't
root against him.
Yeah, and you can't root against him. I'm sure Pantoja's a great guy, but I can't root against Brandon. And he seems like a great guy.
Yeah, dude. He's one of the guys that when he became champ, I actually got emotional.
Yeah, that was awesome. We saw it together. Yeah. I think you still have the vid
somewhere. I'll look it up. I'm gonna send it to
you. Guy
you.
who says vid, douche.
Video is just not short enough to need to do that, But whatever.
Yeah. Hey, you got that vid?
Yeah, when people go, hey, what do you want me to get you from In-N-Out? The huge. Come on, man. What are we doing? This isn't the 90s.
I guess the pic, send me that pic. I guess that one passes more.
Yeah, it's enough letters and syllables. I don't know.
But,
we'll work out.
I don't like that I said that. We're going to work out the rules of life.
The book is coming out
every Sunday we meet. We think we know it all. But who you got? What are you thinking?
I got Brandon, but excuse me. But I think it's the best fight on the card, the main card, in terms of how closely matched they are. I think every fight up until this one, I've had a clear winner in my mind. I still
True.
got Brandon as the winner, but what I still recognize, or not recognize, I just see Pantoja having a real shot at winning. You know, just the fact that he's already done it twice says a lot.
Yeah, it does.
But you just go down the line. I got Whitaker easy. I got Jalen easy. Who am I missing?
Bo Nickel.
And Bo Nickel. Like, come on, it just gets little by little. It gets a little more fair.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I got Brandon.
Yeah. You know, I'm interested to see what he says in the post fight. 'Cause after this, maybe Roy Ball's the only guy, right? Roy Ball.
I'd have to look at the rankings. I can't think of anyone else.
Yeah, I can't really think of anyone. Just because 125 is a not stacked division.
Not great right now.
135 is obviously.
What's that one dude that just fought Kai Kara France? Amir Albizi or something like that.
But even then,
I thought that dude lost, honestly.
Yeah, well, you're not alone. A lot of people thought that.
It wasn't like the craziest wrong decision, but I thought he lost.
Damn, Dan Hooker has 12 losses. But that's UFC. Shout out to UFC. We don't care about that anymore.
We don't care. But I will say one thing. Dan Hooker, you got 12 losses. I got 0, baby.
So, we got Brandon Moreno winning the flyweight championship of the world and retaining his belt. And we're going to move on to one of the most interesting fights, one of the most interesting fighters in MMA and UFC, and one of the most respected fighters, which is the champion at 145, Alexander Volkanovski versus
Egghead.
Yair Rodriguez.
There you go, man.
And
your paisanos are watching.
shout out to Volkanovski. You know, he did a great job versus Islam. I thought he beat Islam.
Same.
A lot of people thought he beat Islam. Islam, stop calling people out that are not in your division. You need to fight the guys in your division at least 2 to 3 more times. Then you could get back out there. Because I think after this, Volkanovski has the right to move up and call you out. Because I think a lot of people will watch that.
Mm-hmm.
Whether the UFC will do it or not, just because he hasn't fought anyone else in 155, who knows? I think Oliveira is the clear-cut guy. But Volkanovski has earned my fucking respect. He's he's the greatest 145er of all time. I don't think Conor did it long enough. His rise to 145 was one of the best, but his reign as a champion, I don't think has been anyone better than Volk. Just clear cut.
Can do it all.
Yeah. So, for me, it is one of the more interesting fights. The more I see clips of Yair's videos and his fights and knockouts, I'm just like, what a fucking strange guy. You know, if that his styles, there's no one like him. And
that crazy weird elbow that he caught the zombie with. Look, man, how could you ever prepare for that?
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was just all intuition. He recognized positions.
Yeah.
What?
His kicks, too, are fucking strange.
Taekwondo, baby.
Yeah, his kicks are strange. And but I just think Volkanovski has enough to do it all.
To take it anywhere.
Anywhere he wants. He's a fucking... has the heart of a lion. You know, I think it's gonna to put out Volk. I mean, fuck, Ortega had him on that guillotine, and you know he didn't go anywhere. So I got Volkanovski. It's not gonna be easy in my opinion, but I can't bet against Volk.
Yeah,
I can't bet.
I gotta go with you on that one. I got Volk. You said it, you know, Yair, his striking is so strange. That's the the biggest threat from him.
Yeah.
Not his striking, but how strange it is.
Yeah.
It's just the angles are crazy. He flows like beautifully.
Yeah. Like
But-
water.
Like water, man. But Volk is the type. He's so ready for this. This is how you know I'm like a real douchebag. He's so cerebral out there. But his IQ though is beautiful when it comes to fighting.
it is.
Right now, as it
He
stands,
showed it versus Islam.
he's got the best fighting IQ in MMA.
Who stood up against Islam? Nobody.
Can't.
And when he was down there, he's like, I'm good.
He
That
had
was
that.
crazy. Yeah, that was crazy.
I remember I had him losing that fight
Volk,
just because of the way Islam was winning, the size difference, and Volk's like,
so you rewatched, and that's what made you change your mind?
no, I'm saying going into it.
Going in.
I picked Islam to win, and man, he still did win, but I think they got it wrong. But
Yeah.
Volk is a champion, man. He's got to be the most dominant champion right now.
Yeah. No, he is. He is.
Gotta be.
I think if Aljamain wins and then goes up, that'll be another one. I mean, Volk has to get through Yair first, and but I think that's another one that's really weird. But I'm like, I got Volk. You know, it's like you've seen Michael Jordan go to the finals for, the 6th time, and he hasn't lost. And you're like, why would I bet against this guy when he's shown to put people away?
Jordan is undefeated
In the finals, 6-0.
Fucking dope.
So
Crazy.
So we got Volkanovski. Where are you gonna watch it?
It's looking like I'm gonna watch it with my buddy Hector.
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 Okay.
Out in wherever the fuck the valley. I forget where he lives.
So
But
that's where Jerem's going to.
No. I think they have something they're doing. I think they're already committed to something. I don't remember what. But this is just kind of trying to recall.
Beautiful.
I can't say, but here's what I want to say though. This is where me and Hector, I think, will butt heads, because you saw that belt.
Oh my god, I didn't like that shit.
Thank you.
I did not like
it. He goes, because it's all like custom, multicolored.
You're not the champion.
He goes. Have you guys seen Coco? The fucking, or not Coco?
The movie.
Encanto. My bad.
Encanto.
I'm talking shit. Can't even get it
Haven't
right.
seen Encanto.
It's a good movie. I like that movie a
everyone
lot.
says that.
But he's like, yeah, basically we, modeled it after the movie Encanto. I'm like, what does Encanto have to do with being the UFC champion?
Yeah.
Interim champion at that.
Interim, yeah.
And that's another thing too. I posted it on my story. You comment or reacted to it. The interim belt should be silver.
Yeah.
100%.
Silver.
I get the utility of an interim belt. It serves its purpose and everything. But it is not the same as the championship belt. I'm sorry, it shouldn't be. Pay respect. Knowing the UFC the way I know the UFC, though, they'll never change it. They never bend. They never go back. They never fucking reinvent. So it's really just me making noise to make noise.
Yeah,
but
no.
they should do that. It's
agree.
disrespectful. You're not the real champion. It's like... it's just not right, dude. It's disrespectful. I think it's disrespectful that you're going to sit here in my division and say that we're the same thing.
No. And he hasn't lost in 5 years or whatever the case.
Come on, man.
Today's the presser, right?
Yeah, it just happened, I think.
Oh, good.
I don't know. I think it started at 3.
Okay. I mean, I don't think we're going to hear anything crazy there, but they still get me. I tune in.
You want to talk about tuning in? I'm going to totally hijack where you're going with that.
Tough?
Brother.
Tough is tough.
Every Tuesday, let me tell you, I do this weird thing. Whatever my day was, I take my kid to school, or maybe I'm going to work. All I know is at the end of the day, for some sick reason, I always go sit on the couch, throw on The Ultimate Fighter, and watch what I know is going to be a dry, boring, weak showing of entertainment.
Yeah.
It's awful.
It's
It's awful. And then the Conor McGregor documentary that some people are raving about, which I don't understand. Look, certain things of it I could appreciate. La la la, say what you want and that, but all he did was lose. There was no story, and I don't get why he's coming out with the documentary while his story is ongoing. It's in progress.
It's the same thing with Izzy. Izzy's doing one too.
I heard that one's a different angle. I hear it's not about fighting. So if it's really just about a man's journey, sure. Okay. I haven't seen it. I can't say. But Conor's was just showing him losing fights in the UFC, and I'm supposed to be entertained by that? I already know you lost. Mm-hmm. I already know you lost. And then that was pretty much the build up, or like the getting the audience ready for Conor McGregor going into the Ultimate Fighter. Mm-hmm. And then all he does on the Ultimate Fighter is lose. He's a horrible coach.
He is.
As far as presence on what they show on the series or whatever.
It makes it seem like he's just watching from a distance. Yeah. And he's literally watching from a distance.
Literally.
While they're fighting.
I just don't get it. And there was a meme of they're making fun of him. You know, they're going over like what Chandler's doing for his guys in the corner. It's like, you got to keep your left hand up, and you know, when he's coming in with that lead leg, you got to dip and hit him with the uppercut, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it's like real shit you could chew on and do something with. And then here comes Conor, and the meme is he's walking out with his gun. He's on, he's dancing. He's just making like music sounds.
Yeah.
Like, brother, in a 3-piece suit, beautiful suit. The man can dress. You know what he is too? He's actually a dime. His beard and his hair and just his speech and his swagger.
He's an alpha.
He's high level, top G, Andrew Tate esque.
Yeah, no, he is.
But
tough is tough, man. It's fucking.
Oh my god, dude! I don't know why I'm watching.
I click and 2 minutes, I'm like, I'm out.
I wish there was just like, show me the fights. But then even in this case, brother, it's 6-0.
And the fights are kind of, they stink a little bit.
Stink. Conor said one good thing. All these fights should, off the bat, have the opportunity to, or the standard should be 3 rounds. They do the.
Yeah, that shit's whack to me.
They do 2 rounds, and then if it's a tie up into the second, they do a third.
They need to hit the drawing board again with Tough. And come back with Kobe and someone else. You know, just someone that's going to give it more pop.
Brother, it's...
Because at this point, I don't feel like Conor is even, like, into any of that.
The biggest season, I believe, was with Shab. It was the heavyweight season, which makes sense. Heavyweights, it's always knockouts, which is a great recipe for the show at the time.
Yeah.
But that was their peak. And I think that's like
2010. 10 years ago.
It's like 2010, bro.
Yeah.
You're doing the same thing from 2010. Not even the Kardashians are doing the same thing. They revamped their show a little bit. I actually don't know that. I'm just saying that to make a point. But maybe I do know that. Maybe I do love that show. But honestly, I really don't. I don't know about that show. But I imagine that they're updating their product. You have to, man. You have to. Tough is horrible.
It's trash.
I hate that the UFC is associated with that. I hate that the UFC is tied to Power Slap. Get that shit off my feed. I come to the movies to watch a movie. Meanwhile, you got your...
Way to go, man.
My rant died on me.
Died.
Damn.
You fucking petered out, dude.
Yeah, man.
Kyle from Happy Dad, Full Send, he raps fucking Slap like a motherfucker.
But it's because he has
interest.
All interest, yeah. I mean, there's money to be made, but also their brand easily lines up, and their demo easily lines up with that because it's filled with party goers, degeneracy, all that. Like that's just part of it.
I'm interested in seeing like this is years down the line, but where Full Send goes, right? Because you just said all what they kind of show a little bit, you know, what they're attached to. I'm interested to see the change of time. You know,
want to know what they're gonna do? I'll tell you right now. They're gonna start doing festivals.
Oh shit!
They're gonna do festivals, the Full Send Festival or Nelk Boy Festival.
You heard this, or this is what you
He's
think?
kind of talked about it, but and then now that I use my brain, try it, it just makes all the sense in the world. And then they're gonna have their own alcohol. Happy Dad, Howlerhead's gonna be a part of it. It's gonna be all these sponsors already built in as tied to their brand. They're gonna have clothing, apparel. Their apparel's already popular. Selling it there. Bro, it makes so much sense.
Whoever came up with Full Send Podcast, that was also a help in the transition of that.
Dude.
You know, I don't think
they're gonna run the pod there why wouldn't they?
To promote it.
Dude.
Yeah, no, those guys are fucking killing it.
Amazing.
Shout out to Full Send Podcast, man. They're changing the game a little bit of that, you know? They changed it in the sense of like, hey, let's be remote. We'll go to anyone and we'll do it.
What I love about them too is that they rep Trump heavy for his good things. Some people might not agree that exists, but in their opinion, they rep the good things and they're honest and open about the bad things, which some again might not agree that there is, but they're happy to tie themselves to him and also say, that's not cool. Yeah. That wasn't good. You shouldn't have said that. Wow, he's wild. He's so crazy. He's a comedian, isn't he? It's like funny. You can't believe that Trump says some of this stuff. But anyways, I like that they're just willing to not care about being judged. Yeah. Obviously, they don't care. You know, they're successful. You can't care about too many people's opinions. You got to learn which opinions matter, which ones don't. Like, that's hard.
But you also got to... You do got to take people's opinion. Like, you do got to take their opinions into consideration.
Yeah, read the room, right?
Even the people that you don't know, just random comments. You know, I see a lot of people that they say, sometimes I read the comments to read the room. You know, like, for example, when Izzy had the chain around his neck, all the comments were about it being cringy. And there was people that came at me for saying, so, you know, you're going to listen to the comments on Instagram? And I'm like, but when it's overwhelming.
This is the dog collar, right?
Yeah. When it's overwhelming, I'm like, at some point, you do got to read the comments and take it in. If it's 50-50, then that's when okay, I'm good. But if it's like crazy, you should be like, okay, you know? I mean, that's not the end of Izzy doing something cringy, but I'm trying to make a point of read the room, you know? Yep. And you could be wrong. You know, if a bunch of random people are telling you are, you know? Now, if half of them are saying you are and the other saying you're good, then I would be like, I'm good.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be on the road. I leave soon. And we'll see where we watch it.
I'm gonna send the bat signal, bro, and just know that I'm watching. You'll be watching. It's gonna be great. I'm really more so excited. I hate to look so far ahead, but I'm way more excited for the Dustin Justin card.
Yeah. Well, we were both excited. We did a podcast about it a month ago.
I'm way more excited for that one.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely very excited to see Jalen assassinate somebody this Saturday. I love it, man. You know, these fights.
Your phone. That's your phone. Someone's calling this bastard.
Let me tell this guy.
Who is that? Oh, yeah.
Listen, idiot. I'm on the pod right now. You're going to have to call me back another time. You're on the mic.
Come on, dude. We're on a fucking important... Millions of people are watching this, dude.
Mike, if you want to hear some real shit. All these UFC fighters gotta take their shit somewhere else, man. I'm tired of this, okay? This is America. We're not fucking doing this Roman gladiator bullshit anymore. We shoot people.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, man?
Bro,
take your meds, bro.
Well, yeah, take your meds, dude.
Look, I don't know, dude. I just got off work and I have explosive energy right now. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Go stroke it.
To the pod. I love you guys. Can't wait to see it. I'm gonna share it for sure.
Gay. That was so gay.
Fucking faggot.
gotta give you guys some different energy. Apparently, you guys are being pussies right now.
Yeah, man. But
Bag.
we're gonna wrap up, man. I love you, bro. I'll call you back.
All right, guys.
All right, brother. Wait. Can I say fag?
Look, man.
I love you guys, by the way. Don't cancel
Oh
me.
shit! He just called you out. Come on, man.
But we're gonna put a bow on it. My guy Jason came prepared. He brought the goods. He brought the takes. He brought his best fucking outfit, his best uniform. Rightfully so. Every time we do a UFC podcast, I think I need you in that. You set the president?
Let's wrap this up, man. This is sad.
Hey, what is it,
he
though?
needs some electrolytes.
What is it?
Precedence.
Say it again.
Precedence.
Precedence.
Say it with me. I wish we could do like the dots.
Precedence. You set the president's.
Precedent.
You set the president of the United States.
I put Biden into office. Me. Give me that right now. Biden is my Lord and Savior. People accuse me of being an Andrew Tate supporter. Nah, man. Joe and Hunter Biden, all they do is preach the gospel.
Kamala Harris.
You said, what'd you say?
Kamala.
Oh, okay. I thought you said something else. All right. They're my
done.
Lord and Savior. They are the gleaming, shining example of what it is to be an American, okay?
Yep.
So take that.
Take that. Spitballin Podcast, UFC 290. Stay tuned. Share, like, subscribe.
Let's get it.
Thank
My
you.
dog.
Let's go. Peace.
Woo.